everybody, welcome to the crochet tutorial to make this cell phone holder. I made it to go on to be hooked onto my purse, so when I just grab my purse, I can stick my phone in here and I don't have to dig down in my purse when my phone's ringing or I need to get to it. So I will show you how to make this quick and easy bag. I'm using 24/7 cotton by Lion brand, and the color, I think it's charcoal. Yes, charcoal. I like this yarn because it's very sturdy. It's a sturdy cotton. And so yeah, let me get started and I'll show you how I made this. Start with the slip knot. And you, of course, different size phones, you will have to, your chain needs to be an even number, but it needs to be the width of your phone. I'm using my phone to record this tutorial, so I got my phone case to show you the measurements that you're going to be needing. I just made a chain as wide as my phone in the case, and needs to be in an even number. So let's start making the chain. That's the width of this, and make sure it ends in an even number. Start with the slip knot. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So let's make our single crochet in the second chain from our hook. And then you're going to work across your chain. With your single crochets until you get to the end. And I'll catch up with you when you get over there. Okay, I made it all the way to the end. Now in that same stitch, the very last stitch, you're going to put 5 more stitches, single crochets. So there's one in there already, so you go back into the same one and put 5 more. 1, 2, 3, and you're going to start going over to the other side. 4, and work over your tail, and 5. So that makes 6 stitches all together into the same hole. If you got one already, then you did added 5 more. And you can work over your tail on the other side of your chain, doing some more single crochets until you get to the end, and then I'll catch up with you then. Okay, I'm almost to the end. I have, let's see, there's one more right here. Oops, one more here. I keep missing it. And then there's that one stitch there on the end. You're going to put 5 stitches into this one. There's one already there. That one on here is already inside of this stitch. So you're going to do 5 more into that, 5 more single crochets. That way you have a total of 6 on this end also. It's 2, 3, 4, 5. And then that one that's already there, that is 6. So you have 6 stitches on both sides. Now you're going to slip stitch into that one right there. to complete it. Now, normally, let me zoom in a little bit. The holes that are right down the middle here, I usually like to make those not be so big, but for this particular project, I want those to be open because that is where the bottom of your phone is, and so you can hook up you can still plug it in. Let me show you. Here is end of your cord of your phone, and this is this part right here will be on the bottom of your case. So you want to be able to have a hole that you can put your charger into. Let's see if you can see how well you can see that. So you can leave it in the case and have it plugged up if you need to. So that is why I did not try to make those holes any smaller. I wanted them to be nice and open. Okay, so now we're going to chain one, and then you're going to go back into that same stitch with another single crochet. And then you're going to do a single crochets all the way around until you get back to over here where you began. So you can do a stitch marker here if you want to help you remember where you left off. That very first stitch that you did, just go ahead and mark it. That way you'll know where to stop and start when you're going to start over. You're not doing any increases. You're just going right into each stitch with a single crochet. Okay, I made it back around to that stitch marker. And then we're going to slip stitch into that one. And chain one. And it should start bowing in a little bit, like a little boat, because that's where your cell phone's going to be setting down in. If you have a thicker case and or a thicker phone, you can do some increases on the ends to give you a little more width, but that's totally up to you. Where you did these 6 on each end, you could do some increases on here to give you a little more width if you need to on both sides. So for this one, I did, let's see, how many rows did I do? 1, 2, 3, 4. I did 4 rounds of single crochets. So we've done 1 already. So we need to do 3 more rounds of single crochets to get this very first part right here. So when you do that, you come back and I'll meet you back at this spot right here. Since I have a large piece, I'm just going to be doing a sample for you. So after you got your 4 rows of the single crochets, you're going to chain 2. So I got 1 there already, so chain 2, and then do a double crochet back into that same stitch. And then chain 1. And then you're going to skip 1 and then go into the next stitch and do another double crochet. Chain 1, skip 1, and then a double crochet in the next. And that's how you get those little openings on the side. Of course, yours will look more like this one right here. And the reason I do these holes is so that the phone will not overheat while it's in your little pouch. Depends on how long you have it in there or whatever. This gives it some air, some room for air to get in and, and breathe. So chain 1, skip 1, and double crochet. And you're going to do that all the way around until you get back over to this side. Okay, I made it all the way around, and I made my last double crochet, chain 1, and then you're going to slip stitch. Then we're going to slip stitch in the top of this double crochet. So you have like a little boat. Of course, yours should be taller, like this one. You'll have more here, and then this is that first row of open blocks. And then the next row is a row of single crochets. So you chain 1, go back in the same stitch and do a single crochet. And then single crochet in every gap, space, and on top of every double crochet. Do single crochet in the space and on top of the double crochet. And you do that all the way around until you get back to your beginning over here. And I'll see you when you get there. Okay, I'm over here. I have one more stitch, one more single crochet, then slip stitch the top of the first single crochet. And so this is what it's looking like so far. And like I said, you should be about around in here. Yours should look like this one. And you're going to do 3 total of the single crochets, including this one. You need to do 2 more rounds of single crochet. And then you're just going to alternate between this open section and then the single crochets. And you can make it to the height that of your phone or your case. However, if you want it a little bit bigger, to the height of your case or your phone, depending on how tall it is, that will be totally up to you how many repeats you do for your size of your phone. Then we're going to do all this up here, and I'll show you how to do that. Okay, so we are pretending we're at the top. This is your last single crochet that you did at the top of your case. And then you're going to find the middle. It doesn't have to be exact. You just kind of like eyeball it to the middle of your chain here, so we can make our little holder for our button. So you're just kind of eyeballing it in here. So you could even count your stitches if you like, if you want to make it exact. At this, where you left off, you need to slip stitch across until you get to the section. And this is loosely do slip stitches. Don't do them too tight, to where you want your holder for your button. And then you do, I did 20 single crochet chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm only going to do 10 for the sample, but I did 20. And you can estimate how big, if you want yours really long, or if you wanted a short one, you could just do a 10, depending on what you want. Then I just skipped one of those, the next stitch, and then I slip stitch into the next one. And then slip stitch on over. But you keep on slip stitching if you want to be able to have this extra little strap right here to attach to your purse, or just to carry like a handle. Slip stitch over to the side of your, right here to the side. And when you get there, we're going to do a chain the length that you want it to be. So I made it to the side. And then you just chain however many chains that you want your handle to be. And then you go across on this side. Let me make a few more. and the slip stitch on the other side. Like that. And then you're connected. And then you can go make a single crochet all the way around if you like, or you can crochet into the handle, depending on how thick you want this. But I left mine as it is, like this. I need to tie in my ends. And then I have a button that I'm going to put right here. And then I can attach my holder like that once it's in place. And then the phone won't slide out or anything like that. But I'll show you by putting my case in here how it fits. Now I made mine to fit very snug. Your starting chain, if you want it to be a little looser, you just make this a little bit wider than your phone with the case on it. And then there you go. And then you can this will be here once I attach my button. And then I can attach this to my purse, or if I just want to hold it like this. Like I say, you can go over this right here more if you like, but I'm just leaving mine as it is. So that is my cell phone holder. I hope you enjoyed making it. I think it came out very cute. I like the fact that I can still plug up my charger through the hose at the bottom with my charger. These air holes here help it not to overheat, and then I have it secured so it will not fall out. All right, I will talk to you all later, and have a blessed day and enjoy your make.